Hey guys. Alright. I know it's been ages. I've just kind of been, I don't know, not feeling things. But anyway, here I am back. I've spent the last weekend doing some hardcore late spring cleaning. Still not nearly as good as I want it to be, but I'm motivated to get more done. As you can see, I got my new clock up in here. Finally got the brass butterflies up. I did paint the acrylic. That's not staying because that's what I'm doing today. I bought a new piece and I'm going to repaint it. I didn't like the way that brown turned out on that. I wanted 3 tones, 3 colors, but I think I'm just going to keep it simple. I really liked how the example, or the test piece of acrylic did when I did just the orange. I thought this was a gorgeous color. You can, well, this lighting is bad. You can see through it because I got a transparent paint. But I guess I decided not to leave well enough alone. I got some really pretty gold that I mixed in there, which I should have just left alone. I did it in acrylic pour style. I'm gonna kind of do that today, but not quite. I have the orange all mixed up. I think I'm gonna paint it on, just do a thin layer. Let it dry for about 5 minutes, just so it creates a tiny bit of tension. And then I have the gold mixed up in here. It's thinner than I wanted it to be. But I think what I'm gonna do is try for a design this time. I'm gonna make circles. Maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them. And then I'm gonna take a toothpick and I'm just gonna drag. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to drag into it and make daisies or drag out of it. I think I'm gonna drag out of it because they used to use a lot of star patterns. They were obsessed with the whole orbity space type vibe in the 60s going into the 70s. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pour the big dots, let it pool for a few, and then just stretch it out, I guess, and just see what it does. So wish me luck. The next thing I'm trying to figure out is whether or not I want to do that in here or do it outside. Because if it's really, this is really thin. I added a lot of the Floetrol water to this because I knew I didn't want to waste the paint on the huge surface. So this time it's not quite as thin. Still pretty thin, but I don't know. I guess if it starts to collect on the edge, I can move it outside. But let me go get that piece of acrylic and the paintbrush and get set up in here, and I'll get started with that. Before I do that, the way I was going to attach that with some plastic framing type pieces that I don't even know exactly what they were for. And before I decided on this, I was going to get some of these spindles and just line them up like really close together where a fat cat, yeah, anyway, couldn't fit through, but I realized that even like this close together, they'd probably squeeze through. These are cheaper ones, but the original spindles I had seen at Menards or Home Depot were anywhere from $3 to $5 a piece, and I wasn't going to spend $70, $80 on these. I was trying to do this inexpensively. So I got these for $1.27, I think, at Menards. They're just cheap outdoor ones meant for porch, I think, because these are pressure treated. But anyway, I decided the cheapest way to go about it, I'm going to put these, and unfortunately this whole section is not going to fit. This whole thing is like 16 inches. So I think I'm going to end up with only one of this bulb at the top. It may just be 1 and 1. I don't even know if I'm going to get this bulb in, actually, come to think of it. When he measured it there, that's only 11.5 inches. But I think I'm just going to put these up on either end, nailed to the ceiling and the cabinet. And then from the back, I can just nail the acrylic into here, rather than messing with that plastic stuff and trying to rubber cement it all along, all sides, and hoping it fits. Plus, I think this will give it a little bit more of that vintage feel. The board isn't long enough to fit all the way across the piece of acrylic, so I am probably going to have to rubber cement that to make a really nice seam and hope it's pretty seamless. It's not that big of a difference. Yeah. That's only about 8 inches maybe, but we'll see if I can get it consistent, get the pattern consistent enough to work. So yeah, also excited about a new piece I bought. Got this at the antique store the other day. I decided, I don't know if you've ever seen up there, let me see, because I asked for some advice on a renovation website and everybody told me that I was stupid for having my Coke stuff up there. Somebody said it looked ugly. Yes, it looks ugly right now because the cats keep knocking it down. You can probably get a better view than I can from way up here. Anyway, since I'm not really doing the Coke, since I'm not really doing the Coke theme anymore, now I think I'm going to be able to get some of the bigger vintage pieces that I want, and then I will put them up there for display. That new jug being one of them. I saw an orange crock pot at the antique store. I might put the percolator up there, although before this was sitting on the counter. Well, the light isn't happy. For decoration. Stuff like that. Maybe a cool tea tray or something. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. Now that the cats soon won't be able to get up there. Hopefully I'm going to get this done today. I have to work overnight tonight at Walmart. Because we're resetting all of the movies. Not just the... not just the like 5 or 6 sections that I usually do. So that's gonna be fun. I tried to stay up last night till about 5, didn't make it, fell asleep around 2. So I don't know. Anyway, and again, as usual, I'm rambling for 7 minutes and haven't done a damn thing. So let's go get the acrylic and I'll be right back. And on another note, as you can see, I got the phone up. The drywall anchors are amazing. I love them. They're really strong. But anywho, I intended to record the last time I did the other piece, but it was really hot and bright and it wasn't worth the trouble. And as you can see, it turned out like crap anyway. For anybody curious, this is acrylic that you can buy. I got this one at Menards. They're meant to go in those big ceiling lights in like businesses and schools and whatnot. Much cheaper than buying original vintage acrylic dividers. So I'm gonna set you. Oh, I'm gonna be painting on the smooth side. Since last time I did it as a pourer, I thought the textured side would probably keep the paint from running well. I know that's not what I'm doing today, but I think the smooth side is still going to be the easiest. Let's see if I can set you guys up over here. Alright. And I don't know if it's going to be as bright orange as the other orange I did, because I didn't really measure my mixtures. I have one paintbrush left from a super cheap set that I got at Menards. These were like $1.80 for 3 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and a 2 inch. I was going to use it for varnish for my bathtub trays that I was going to start making and selling on Facebook, but nobody seems to want them. Anyway, that's about that. Oh, and don't mind the old t-shirt. It's an old McDonald's shirt when I worked at the one in Harrison. That's not working very well. This is kind of bleh. This brush has no give because it's nylon. I need to take it outside and pour it, but I don't think I made enough for that. Yeah, this is so thin. Whoops, and it's not going to be as dark as I wanted it to be. Damn. All right, well, I'm out of Floetrol almost. I guess I'm going to mix up some more orange. Well, now I'm annoyed. I went to go turn off the camera and realized that everything past me saying I was going to mix up the orange didn't record the last few minutes. So, anyway, I did mix up some more orange. I didn't really add any water to it, just some clear glue to save on my Floetrol, which is gone now. There was only about a tablespoon or so left. And this was already pretty thin, so I'm not too worried about it. Hopefully I get a nice color like this one. As I was saying before, I noticed that when I mixed that, I mixed it a lot thinner so it would pour really well and I wouldn't have to use a lot of paint. But the orange is so thin and got mixed in with the gold that I really didn't get this really great color. And that's what I'm shooting for. Here's the gold. Oh, also, this is what I shared. For anybody curious that's doing anything vintagey in these colors, this is the acrylic that I used. I got it at Michael's. This is completely transparent. You can tell that by the square on the back. It's see-through. I don't remember how much this cost. $2.50 maybe. And then this is the gold that I picked up. I just kind of went by what I could see, and it did dry pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. This one I think was maybe $4.95. I don't know. I didn't get the bigger. I had to get the bigger one because I couldn't find anything smaller that was semi-opaque. And you could tell that by the half and half box right there. So let's go outside and pour. And sorry for the close-up. Let's go outside and pour. All right, so it's really hot out here, but thankfully, at least for now, it's not really, really sunny. You see the amazing clouds up there? For now, because that makes it hard to film. We're in a part of the yard that I never visit, and that's the area behind the house, and you don't want to see all that. So anyway, oh, I think I hear thunder. I laid it across this old appliance that's been sitting back here. I think having it bowed is going to be great. Well, because then it'll run off. As long as it doesn't get too super thin up in the middle, though, I guess. Maybe I can get that to flatten out a tad. But anyway. I took the grill cover out from underneath there, but I'm still not happy with how much it bows. We'll see, but I think rain is coming soon, so I need to get this done. Especially since I have nowhere else large for this to dry. Well, maybe. Alright, let's see what happens, shall we? God, this isn't going to be enough paint. I can tell already. I'm going to put this down. I'll be right back. Alright, I have paint all over my fingers, but here's what we have. I pretty much just went in and swiped it all to like get it. Originally I was thinking I was just going to like break the viscosity and try to get it to run everywhere. I'm thinking I kind of like this pattern. I also realized since I'm only 8 inches short on the other end that if I don't get paint, I feel like I'm also wasting a lot of paint on the dribble, starting to dribble down here and collect. I might pick it up here in a second. That it was no big deal if I didn't get it all the way down here, because I can just use 2 halves of this, of whatever I need. Oh, I don't like these thin holes where I push too hard. And the more I touch it, the more I keep messing it up. Especially as it starts to dry slightly. All right, let's pick it up. I'm going to hold it like this and see if I can get it to drip. Actually, this standing it on its end is kind of a cool idea. And it's on the camera. Even if I get some of these brown flaky bits on it, I can just cut those off or not use them. Sorry for the unflattering angle. Oh, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. If this right side, I left it in my trunk for a day, so it kind of curled downward. So it's not wanting to work with me and stay curved like this. Oops. Shit. I just got a bunch of those brown flakes, like 2 inches up, because I caught it when I shifted it. And I'm just going to have to stand here like this for a minute. Which is cool, because it is kind of running together. The lines are merging as one, but it's then creating like a texturized pattern. Really, really thick on this one part, but that's okay. I keep forgetting it's not going to be just the orange. I don't know though. This is really cool looking. It just looks like a marbly, because it's thin in spots, it's kind of made its own variations of colors without being different colors. The mosquitoes are killing me. Alright. Still recording. Yes, we're still recording. Anyway, I went ahead and laid this across the grill shortways. See if I could thin out some of that over there that was thick. run down the sides. I'm gonna leave that for a couple of minutes. Then I need to find some place to stand it up so it can dry somewhat. I do have a little bit of orange left in the bottom here, but now I don't really want to do anything with it because I'm kind of happy with it the way it is. So, should I let it dry all the way? Add yellow, the yellow flecks, pieces, stars, whatever if I don't like it? Or add the yellow while it's damp so it spreads? I think I'm gonna wait till it dries. Let me find the lid to put this on here. I'll be right back. It's hot out there. Anyway, I just found a place out front to set it up. I turned it the other way because it was starting to get real thin on top where I was letting it run, so I turned it over. I'll probably check on it in a few minutes if I'm not too afraid to go back outside. Coming up the stairs trying to get the dogs inside. Well, actually, I refilled in a place on the hill where Euro keeps digging the dirt up and it's pissing me off, which is probably why I'm hot and sweaty. So I took the shovel, tried to pull all the dirt back in, patted it down. We have a couple of like wasp nests that live in the holes in the foundation. Usually they don't bother anybody, but I bent down to pick up the mop that was on the porch that I had let set out to dry a couple days ago. And the wasp was in front of me and I was like, you know, get out of my way. I kind of swung at it and I think it either got caught in the rope or it just stayed flying next to the mop. And as the dogs were coming in and I was standing in the house, it flew around down by me, and before I could get it away from me or shake it, it stung me in the ankle. So that's gonna feel great with my work shoes on tonight for a 10-hour shift. It hurts like a you-know-what. I haven't even really looked at it yet. But anyway, the acrylic is drying. Since no one's gonna look at it real closely, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is. The lines may not have any variations in them anymore. If they run together right, which was kind of what I was going for in the first place, because I wanted it to look like one smooth background color. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm going to get the saw, cut these down after I measure how long they need to be, and then figure out how to attach them. The inside of this has a lip. I might be able to do that there at the bottom, but I don't know about the ceiling. I might have to do like you do on a tension shower rod and just make it just maybe 1/8 of an inch or less taller, so I can just kind of shove it up in there. I mean, the cats when they jump up there anyway, they are barely up there, hanging by their claws. I doubt with that flush they could use a lot of force to even get behind it. As long as there's something there stopping them, I think that's all it's going to take. So I'm going to cool off for a few, measure these and figure out the best way to cut them. And I'm going to go nurse my new wasp bite. I'll be back. Okay, I had to bring it in because it was just starting to rain. I turned it the other direction just because it sucks, and I don't know if you can see. Oh, the light's not that good in here. Some little bugs and stuff got caught in there. I don't know. Looks like I'm probably gonna have to pick like the best of what's in the center. Luckily, people won't be seeing it up close. This, on the other hand, this is really freaking cool. If I'd have known that would have done that, I would have done dribbles like that in brown first and created a mod pattern to try to get what I was looking for. Now that I know, but I'm not going to do it all over again. Maybe sometime in the future. But yeah, that's really cool. And then you could like fill that in with orange or gold if it were dark brown. Hell, I could fill it in with gold, but it's only on the end and I don't have enough to do the whole thing like that. But maybe I'll cut that off right about here. use whatever is in here for the kitchen. But anyway, so I'm gonna let that finish drying up. I measured the wooden spinels, and I'm gonna cut those with the Dremel real quick. Alright, so how much skill does it take to paint one piece of acrylic? One stinking color. Evidently more skill than I have. When I set it the other way, now it dripped too far, but not enough, so they've all started to dry. I mean, I guess it looks kind of cool, but I don't know. I just don't know if I like it like that. And then there's these stray ones up here in the middle. I just can't do it right. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. I may just probably put it up as is. I don't have much choice right now. This effect has really gotten my creative juices flowing though. So this may not be the last time you see me buy and paint another piece of acrylic. I'm going to see if the Dremel can cut this without cracking it. Yeah, wish me luck. On a positive note, while that was drying, I got this spindles, whatever the hell they're called, up. This one is a little bit crooked. I had to sand a lot down, and that thing is held in there by brute force. I might be able to hammer that in a little bit more. This one has got wood glue on the bottom, and it seems crooked from down here, but I don't know. That might just be the light playing shadows on the top part of it. Anyway, it's not perfect, but I think it still looks cool. The varnish almost matches the back of the cabinet. Maybe I'll run a varnish over that. Well, no, because this piece I did in the middle will never match. I may have to cover that all with, I don't know, maybe a fresh piece of plywood, all varnished the same. I thought about doing wallpaper, but I don't know, because I already want to put wallpaper on this wall. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to eat my lunch and see what I can do with this piece of plexiglass.